All right, whiskey people, welcome back. Thanks for watching. Today, you're going to see me try this Russell Reserve single barrel for the very first time. Okay, so the single barrel is a big boy, so we got to go ahead and open this guy up and let it get some air in it before we do anything else. This is a big boy here. Got a little bit of plastic around the top. All right, let's go ahead and get that cork pop. Bam. So something I noticed immediately is this has a thick neck. It kind of reminds me of the old Granddad 114. Got a faux wooden topper, but this looks like real cork on here. Let's go ahead and pour some out. All right, so we're probably gonna definitely need to let some air get in here because this is 55% ABV, 110, right? So definitely when you get into those neck pours, you know, a lot of times they'll be ethanol heavy. You're right. They might burn you out. So let's let this open up for a while. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the color of this. Okay, that was the color. So, man, Wild Turkey. If you guys watch my videos, you should know that I'm quite a fan of the Wild Turkey distillery. I started off with the Wild Turkey 101. I remember I had the Kentucky Spirit, which is the single barrel Wild Turkey 101. Then what else? I had the Rare Breed, which is barrel proof. I think that batch was 116. Now I'm coming up on the Russell's Reserve, which is the premium line of Wild Turkey. So Russell's, as the name implies, it's the father and son distillery team, which is unusual. I don't think anybody else is doing that. This is the combined result of a bazillion years almost of distillery knowledge. The Rare Breed is a batch product, but this is a single barrel. Like I said, that Rare Breed batch was around 116.8, something like that. And this is 110, right? So the barrel entry proof of this is 115. So if they're bottling it at 110, that means that after the evaporation, there's probably very little water that got added to this. I'm thinking, I'm going to look at this as like, just like how Kentucky Spirit is the single barrel of 101. I'm looking at this as this is the single barrel of Rare Breed. Rare Breed, I remember, like it has some punch to it. Like, you know, that's not for newbies. You need to know what you're doing with that. So I'm curious to see if this is going to just be, you know, more refined. This is also, I mean, this bottle's around 60, whereas the Rare Breed in my area is around, I think 47, right? So, you know what I mean? About 20% more for this. So let's see if it's worth it. Let's go ahead and do the nose and, you know, the real deal, the testing and everything else. Okay, so immediately I'm getting ethanol on that nose. Yeah, that's Wild Turkey. You can smell the rye. Definitely high rye as usual. Yeah, you definitely get those Wild Turkey notes. So if you had Rare Breed, this is going to smell very familiar to you. Yeah, definitely. This immediately is like, the smell is this is a serious whiskey here. You know, you get the typical bourbon notes, but then you get that rye. It's like, okay. Same thing when I remember nosed the Rare Breed. I was like, okay, wow, like this is just, yeah, this is going to be something serious here. All right, enough talking about the nose. I mean, we got to go in here. You know, it seems to be kind of viscous. I'm seeing legs on the glass here. So let's see how it tastes. Cheers. Okay. All right, so this is hard to explain. The mouthfeel is official. I mean, this is a man's drink. I'm going to just say this. It's the same thing I thought when I had the Rare Breed for the first time. This is definitely for the big boys or for the grown women. The mouthfeel is there. It's very balanced. I remember the Rare Breed was like, oh, boom. But this one is a lot more refined. Okay, they got this one balanced out a lot more. Yeah, it's 110. But this is drinking to me like the 101. It's a single barrel, right? So there may be some variance in between the bottle I have here and the one that you have. But to me, this to me is like Wild Turkey 101, but just a lot more grown up. Not as grown up as the Kentucky Spirit. The Kentucky Spirit is very luxurious in the flavor profile. This one here is just, this is just a straight up whiskey. This is definitely a bourbon here, right? It's kind of, guys, if you're in the whiskey game, you know what I'm talking about. This to me is like, okay, I want to have a serious drink. I want something that's going to have some punch. I want something that's going to be above average, but I don't want to think too much about it. This is it right here. You get the wild turkey taste, but it's not too much vanilla or too much caramel. It's just, it's hard to explain. I mean, it's a good bourbon. It's a good whiskey. Okay, 60 bucks, 110. Yes, I think it's worth it. I'll tell you that immediately. At the time of him filming this is right around Thanksgiving, 2020, right after the COVID. So I got a lot of movies to watch between now and Christmas, and I'm going to be planning on putting a big dent in this. But immediately I can just tell you I like it. It's different than Rare Breed. It's not the same. You can tell it's wild turkey, but it's got a different flavor profile. This is a lot more together. So it just depends on what it is you want to do here. Try it out for yourself. I'll be back with my long-term review on the next video. But yeah, thumbs up. Wild turkey, you guys never let me down. Thank you. This is what it is we needed around this time of the COVID. I'm out. I'll see you on the next video.